Hello and welcome here. My name is Teresa. I share our life on our simple homestead in the heart of Europe. And today I want to talk about how we've been able to make our homesteading life a whole bunch easier. Homesteading has seen a huge resurgence over the past few years. For example, nearly half of the Homesteaders of America poll respondents in 2023 were 39 years or younger. That's a whole bunch of young homesteaders. They're millennials or Gen Z who want the slower lifestyle that is rooted in self-reliance, healthy living, growing your own food, not having to pay super high prices for good food, all that good stuff. And while I know that many OG homesteaders have been homesteading for many decades, I roll at us younger generation. I personally love seeing this trend. I think it's a great direction for a large portion of society to be heading in. I think it's a wonderful environment for children, and I personally absolutely love it. But one thing that we realized pretty early on in our homesteading journey, and that I know many other homesteading families are realizing as well, is that yes, homesteading does offer a simpler, slower way of life in many ways, but in other ways, the to-do list can feel like a mile long on some occasions. There were days, or there still are sometimes days, when I feel like our chores list and task list is endless. Together with running our business, caring for two little boys, cooking, cleaning, and all the rest, it can be very overwhelming, to the point where I even wondered if the concept of homesteading being this way of living a peaceful, slower life is actually a complete myth. But this low moment of sorts helped me to realize that there are actually a lot of things that I do that I can simplify, minimize, or just delete off of my to-do list altogether. And after implementing some of these small changes that I'll talk about, my life just felt so much easier. I took a mental and physical deep breath and sigh of relief when I was able to offload some of those things. So let's talk about them. Before we jump into that, look at this beautiful sourdough sandwich bread. I will link the recipe for that in the description box below. First up is decluttering, and I know that by this point, this is pretty much cliche, everybody talks about this, but at least for me, I realized that I was not implementing this in as many areas as I could. So I ended up going through everything in our house. My clothing, the kids' clothing, kids' toys, cleaning supplies, bathroom products, spices, literally you name it. I did this gradually, usually on a weekend day, and while I still have a few areas that definitely need decluttering, and new ones seem to crop up all the time, getting rid of everything that didn't serve a specific purpose has felt so liberating. And I'm going to give you a specific example. The biggest impact this has had was in our bathroom. And I wish I had a video of this, but I only implemented it after shooting this footage. So let me know in the comments below if you would like to see what I implemented in our bathroom. Maybe I'll do a part 2 to this. But I got rid of everything, and I mean everything from any surface area in the bathroom. There is nothing practically except for one little basket, which I can show you if you'd like to see. We now store everything in the little cupboard under the sink, and if I do end up doing a follow-up video, I'll show you this genius way that I came up with storing facial and other products that we actually do need to use, but in a way that is out of the way but still really easy to implement. Once I experienced the freedom of uncluttered surface areas in our bathroom and quite how easy and fast it is to keep a clean bathroom, I just walk in and just wipe it clean. It's so fast. I began implementing this everywhere. So I moved on to the laundry room. I reorganized everything, got rid of everything. I also started a new laundry sorting system. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to know more about that one. I went on to our bedroom, to all hallways, like literally anywhere where there's a surface area. My default now is that I don't want anything there. And if there's something there, it probably doesn't need to be there, should not be there. I need to declutter it, see if we actually use it. If we use it, it needs to have a place where it goes. And if not, then it is getting out. The next place or space in our house where I implemented this very radically is our pantry. I did a massive pantry overhaul, and I did shoot a whole video detailing and documenting the process, which will be coming out in a couple weeks, so stay tuned for that. As far as homesteading goes, one of the major game changers for us has been systematizing homestead chores and taking turns. So we no longer have help. We used to have help. We no longer have help on our homestead. Overall, it's felt amazing. But sometimes it can definitely feel like, everything is just on Micah and I. And sometimes that can feel a little tiring. But here's what we do. And I'm sure if you homestead and you're watching this, you probably already do this. We are always in a process of perfecting this and systematizing further. But what we do is I do the morning chores, as they're always linked with milking our cow, and Micah does not do that. I have a list of things that I run through every single morning, and then Micah comes in and does the evening chores and runs through his list. So that way, each one of us only does chores one time a day, which feels really easy. But at the same time, we know that everything is getting done when it needs to get done. In terms of the house, one of the biggest difference makers after decluttering has been to have specific time of day for house reset and pickup. So we have two specific times when we pick up toys and reset the house. For our main living and dining area, this is right after our kids go down for nap and quiet time. I clean the entire room, I sweep it, and I mop it every day. Otherwise, I feel like it gets really, really dirty. And then after quiet time is done, my older son and I, we pick up the toys that he used during quiet time, put them all away. And then I don't really count that as a full pickup. It's very fast. But there were days when I used to leave that until the evening, and then our son takes quiet time in our bedroom. And so in the evening, I'd walk into our bedroom, and I was already tired, wanting to crawl into bed. But instead of being able to do that, I had to go and pick up all the toys that he got out, and it did not feel good. So we just do that right away. And then we do a very fast toy pickup in the evening after everybody is in bed. But very fast being a key word here, we really try to reserve evening time for rest and for Micah and I to catch up and spend some quality time together. We do almost everything in our house, our homestead, our business ourselves. So we are very busy. We don't have a lot of childcare, almost none. And so those times in the evening are just crucial for us to connect and to work on our relationship. So I make it a point to try not to do housework or much cleaning, cooking, that kind of thing in the evening, and try to fit it in other times around the day. Having designated times that I pick up things around the house and clean means that the house never gets too messy or too dirty, and that I'm not spending hours cleaning the house or picking up toys. I used to have a designated day of the week when I would clean, but that would take hours, and my entire day would fall just for cleaning, or entire afternoon, let's say, and it felt like such a massive chore that I never looked forward to. This way, I just kind of do it as we go during those designated times each and every day, and it feels like a much easier task and a much easier job to do. I could talk about simplifying and decluttering and making our life simpler for so much longer. For example, I really believe in sticking to a schedule with kids. I know this doesn't work for everybody. For us, this has been a complete game changer. I absolutely love the schedule that we do with our kids. But I think we are almost out of time. If there are any specific areas that you'd like me to talk on in regards to simplifying our life, or if there's really anything else that you'd like to ask me and like me to answer, I am planning my videos for the next few weeks, and I would love to answer your questions. So please leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and if you found any value in it, please hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to let me know if you would like to see a part 2. Till next time.